Namaskar.
Hello.
Yes, so since we are live, we'll just wait for some people to join, and this is an impromptu interview with my dear friend Arun, and so we're just waiting for some people to join. And I'm here shooting in Chennai, and Arun and I did a wonderful film together, which is yet to be released. And we went out and had breakfast, and we chatted a lot. And then I said that I've always wanted to interview him because he's done something amazing in life. Padmaraju, how are you? Amitabh Tripathi, namaskar. Sampath, namaskar, namaskar. So it's a Saturday morning for all of us, wherever we are, whichever part. If you're in India, it's still morning. Nagesh, namaskar. Jinoj, James, Vaishali, Gopi Rekha, namaskar. So just to quickly tell you, this is going to be a very interesting tete-a-tete. This conversation is about doing something in spite, not because. We all wait for the right situation to do a lot of things, right? And here is somebody, namaskar, Kalyan, namaskar, Mohammad Rahim. This conversation is with my dear friend Arun, and an IT specialist, also a film writer, and is somebody who's been seeing a dream for years, and he's at it. And today we are at the midpoint of the dream because something which he has created is ready, but not yet released. And today I'm going to have a conversation with him about how you can continue living your life in spite, not waiting for a because. Because Rana, namaskar. Thank you so very much. Suraj, Mohammad Bablu Khan, bahut bahut shukriya. Aap sabka. Wonderful. Isaac from Calgary, Canada. How are you, Isaac? Wonderful. Amit Kumar Dubey, swagat hai aapka. So, dear friends, there's going to be an interesting conversation. So, typically, over these years, Arun, we engage in conversations when we say that we did it.
Yeah.
We come out and we have a conversation about we did it. Congratulations, you did it. All right. This conversation today is about we're doing it. All right.
Yeah.
So how would you begin this saying that you're doing this? When did you begin to see that dream of yours to make that film?
So this film started. Conceptualized this in 2016.
16.
So as a story, again, this was a personal life inspiration when I was trekking with my wife, and we were suddenly lost. I wouldn't say lost, but the group that we're ahead of us were little out of sight, and we were actually in the middle of nobody in the vicinity, and all I saw was a few wild bisons away. So I was for a moment wondering if should I panic or is this normal and all that stuff. And my wife was like, "You don't trouble them; they're not going to trouble you. Let's keep walking." So that was perhaps the spark for a story like this about a whom we generally consider as the weaker section of the society, as in the way man and woman was made, the weaker being woman. So how do you break that stereotype of that actually not being the case?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, let's put a woman through the biggest danger that even a man would fret.
Sure.
So that's where the story started off with. So put a woman inside a jungle where you are facing wild and the beast and unknowns. So it's a very metaphorical resemblance to what we all see in our lives too. So every day there are unknowns, and even what we're going through right now, we never thought 6 months back, 8 months back, or at least last year, we never thought there's going to be a COVID that's going to put us all indoors for so many months together.
Yeah.
But it's about how do you actually face it, cope up and fight it out and survive eventually, right?
Yeah. In fact, Arun, metaphorically, when we speak of we put up certain challenges and say that some of us can do something, some of us can't do something. So one of the things that I'm very intrigued, and especially over the years that I've met you. So I met Arun in 2017.
Yes,
2017. When I remember I was in Delhi. I was going for an event, speaking event for Avid Miner, and I received this call and saying that my manager then just called me and said that somebody called Arun, he's passionate about a script. He's written a script, a small film, but will you be interested in doing that? And that's when we got chatting, and then we did it. So IT background, wanting to make a film.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
So I consider both again in similarity as a creative way of expressing. So IT, as lot of people at least think, is more like go sit in front of computers and write code and all that stuff. It's actually more than that. It's actually you're creating solutions. You're creating newer products for people to use. So in a sense, the hunger for creation, the aptitude for creation is very similar. I would say in across all professions, that's how it is. But
Very interesting.
here, in fact, even in IT, so every line of code that you write is actually making something work.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
You know what you just said in passing is find interesting. To kind of in any job that we are in,
Yeah.
if we can see that we are in creation.
Exactly.
Okay, we are not just replicating, we are creating.
Exactly.
And so you as a person who has been creating even in IT,
Correct.
but you are still IT, right?
It is still IT. Agreed.
But
So
you're just IT. Then
yes.
why does just IT who has become IT want to do something else? What makes you try and do something else?
So it's definitely the fascination of what the storytelling as a concept is itself. I mean, it is not merely the medium of the big screen or a small screen or a paper or a book or whatever, but the way that a storytelling can bring out one experiences to figment of imaginations, which can be derived in a completely similar or a different form by the person who's receiving it.
So why is storytelling important? Why does storytelling even draw us, Arun?
Storytelling does draw us because from childhood we've brought up listening to stories, bedtime stories, to actually knowing what has happened. So even when Neil Armstrong landed in the moon, so you have this story of when he stepped down and he took one step and he said that one small step for this is a giant leap for mankind. So that is still a story. You could have simply said that Neil Armstrong went there and he just walked on the moon. That's all it matters, right?
Yeah.
But when you give it that life to it, it is about giving that sort of a hope for somebody else to see that, okay, this story is something that could be taken for some value to us. It could be more than just
quick one, very interesting. So if I may understand, when we are doing something and we say that we are just doing it for ourselves, this is just today's job, this is my job, it has one kind of a draw. But suppose if I say, and if I can actually get that the work that I'm doing is not just for today, not just for me, it has got an impact much wider than me.
Indeed.
Yeah. Does that pull us to do something more with it?
It certainly does, right? So we are, that's why we are called the social animal. We are not like just the isolated hunting breed who just goes hunt and eat and just go take rest. So I think Homo sapiens are a social animal, and we have culturally, we have historically been brought up in a way to mingle with people and make hear from others and converse with others. So that way, it's only about how you would want to make those conversations.
Fantastic. So this is exciting, because what is opening up right now for me is that if I suddenly get that work itself is a conversation,
Indeed.
a conversation in which we are mingling with others.
Exactly.
Our work is touching others.
Yes.
What others want has an impact on our work.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So and like conversations, what I like about conversations is that they are continuously moving, they're maneuvering. They're just continuously changing. So how important is that change and the readiness to continuously evolve in a conversation called work?
It certainly, I think, in any facet. So I can again draw another IT analogy. It's a new way of delivering products. They call this continuous improvisations and continuous development. And
continuous beta.
Yeah, it's all the continuous way of working, because earlier when you had to develop a product and bring it out, you had to shut down certain things for a while, upgrade it, and then you bring back it to life. And all
now that luxury isn't
now
there.
It is not there, because even the way your Facebooks and WhatsApps and all that work, every new feature that they push onto your phones and your desktops, you don't even know when they are done. So
that is a social dilemma.
It is a social dilemma.
That is a social. Have you watched the film?
I have, yes.
Yes. It is a social dilemma how they pushed it on.
Yeah.
But here is the interesting one. For me, the interesting part is that whatever we may be doing, we may not even be doing involved in IT, but somehow the need to continuously evolve, to continuously not just update oneself, but also create an updated version of our work for the world.
Totally.
not at the cost of what is already running.
Yeah. So whatever is already running is already there.
Yes.
So what is that?
And that needs to keep running.
That yes, that needs to keep running, and with time and space, things change and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you need to adapt, you need to evolve, and that's where the continuous improvisations sort of happen.
So I was watching this very interesting interview of Tiger Tyagarajan
Mhm.
and I think Genpact CEO,
Mm.
and he shared something very interesting. He shared in that interview that how the need to evolve is before the need to evolve is there. So you are improvising, you are growing, you are creating new things before it is needed.
Correct.
So you're not doing it actually in response that, hey, the world wants it, I need to, but really imagine life itself is an ongoing beta, and that really inspires me.
Yeah.
Arun, it really inspires me because what it does for me is that it allows me to be excited about creation.
Mhm.
For me, when I replicate things, when I do it again and again, it could even be just a day,
Sure.
just that same day. If I can just, so like just the same day, when I think of my day as just the same day, the replication of that is very boring. It kind
Yes,
of
it is.
the word routine comes in, etc.
Correct.
But when I'm in a position to not just fulfill the responsibilities that I need to, which have been which I'm scheduled for,
Sure.
but if I can find something extra to do in the nooks, for example, this morning,
Exactly.
interesting one, huh?
Sure. Absolutely.
Would
Totally.
you like to share with them what we did this
Yeah.
morning?
So this morning, so we try to explore Chennai after a long time.
Yeah.
Of course, Ashish sir has been here for a long time. And in fact, though I've been here for so many months, this has been a lockdown and all that. So it's only
So
now
he saw sunrise after 8 months. Yeah.
after 8 months exactly.
Outside,
So
yeah.
outside and all that stuff, and then it was a very pleasant morning to catch up close to a beach. Of course, the beaches are still not open.
Barricade.
So we got up very close to the beach and a nice South Indian idli vada breakfast and some interesting conversation with youngsters who had perceptions about how COVID has impacted both the good and bad. So I think it is definitely rightly like you
So
said.
it was it's a
continuous
creation.
evolution. It is creation. Yeah.
And creation, when you, from somebody who's coming from, so you're also creating a new profession for yourself.
Indeed. Yes.
So you really worked hard and you reached a particular stage. And when people would say, okay, now I've become an IT person or whatever, somebody's become an IT person, somebody has become something else. Imagine if we can get that wherever we have reached in our life, wherever. Now, there are different people from different professions here. Wherever we have reached in life is wherever we have reached up till now.
Exactly.
It has no bearing on the future, how the future can be.
Yes.
How important is ongoingly creating for a new future for you?
So two things. One is like what drives you to continuously be innovative, to find newer aspiring things that you would want to do. So in that sense, I'm not saying that the work that you do, yes, it does get repetitive. It gets at a point of time, is there something else sort of thing you can do? You can always scale up and try to probably do learn something newer. Like for example, even in the sector that I'm in, you have a new thing every day. You have an artificial intelligence coming in. You have something like blockchain coming in. So it's definitely there's a lot of augmentation happening over there.
Even in that same profession.
Even in the same
Got
profession, there's definitely a lot of newer things that one could pick up.
Yes, Janki.
Yeah. One could pick up and take those things. So on the other side, where you probably find some other inherent passion, inherent area of interest that you probably have, and you would want to put that interest into action.
Very interesting. It's a bit like, so the passion is the thing which is hidden within us.
Exactly.
All right. So people also don't know about it. It's deep within us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So really looking at each day as a possible way of allowing that passion to kind of come out.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
And whose responsibility is it?
It is our own. So
my own.
Yeah, exactly. So each individual.
Yeah.
So it is up to us when we feel that it's probably now is the time when you think you would want to put that experiment risk into action and convert it into
okay. So here is the question: Is it how much of a risk is it? How much of an experimentation is it? Tell me one thing. Why? What? When you think of passion, okay, you can also try it wherever you are. Think of your passion. Okay, think of whatever is your passion. All right. think of whatever is your passion. Just think right now. Just think about your passion. Okay. Now tell me honestly, if you think about your passion, does it bring a smile to your face?
Passion will anytime bring that smile,
Yeah.
naturally.
So now
Yeah.
imagine we have the possibility of translating that passion into something.
Yeah.
So it's not even like till I make till I ready the car, but my journey of making the car is in which I'm engaging in my passion.
Indeed.
I'm engaging in something which is giving me happiness. So the question that I have, I'm asking you, and I'm asking, what's the danger in it, my friend? Is it how dangerous is it to be try to be happy?
No, it's not at all dangerous to
Yeah.
be happy,
Mm.
but we still are living in a world of uncertainties.
Mm.
So when you have to engage even in your passion,
Mm.
and for some reason, I think we are all trained and tuned to live a methodical life.
Sure. Mm.
So when you have to explore your passion, you sometimes have to be reckless, or most often have to be reckless.
Okay, so now let's I was just a devil's advocate in the earlier question.
Right.
I'll ask a simple question. Now, who said you need to be stupid to follow your passion?
No, so I never mentioned stupid.
Yeah,
I only
so-
said you have to be reckless. You have to
Exactly. You may seem reckless to others.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the reckless is, in a way, when people look at you and say you're being reckless.
Yeah.
The guy who's doing it has got a sense of it. All right.
Absolutely.
And here is the thing which I want to talk about. Namaskar, Pushpaji. Namaskar. How are you? Is that thing that inspires us, and that is where the brightness of mind is.
Indeed.
Because is that line from Caligula I love, which is having a method to your madness.
Exactly.
That madness is that hidden passion,
Yeah.
which is lying within for you. As the filmmaker also, and for each one of us, there is something which is hidden that we really wish to try. And how can we try that? And then that's where hum log hosh ka istemal karte hain.
Correct.
Where we have a method, we work out a method, so we get to pay the bills. Bills need to be paid. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So remember, bills need to be paid, but at the same time, even while I'm paying my bills, can I find
a method to the madness?
Can I find?
Yeah.
Okay, and tell me what is available to us, even as we begin to find ways to fulfill our passion.
So what is available to us is definitely the will itself, right?
Okay.
So the will and willingness to actually go ahead and try that. So
and who's going to invite us into that will?
Nobody is going to invite us. So it is up to us how we are going to find the ways to doing
Yeah,
it. Right?
and Arun, that's when I talk about my passion. And when I say my passion, I mean my passion, as in my passion.
Exactly.
Okay, my passion. That my passion is an alarm that I want to wake up to.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is not my mother, my brother, my sister, or my boss is wanting me to wake up to.
Sure.
Now, your boss at your office is not that you want to make a film. That's your passion.
Totally.
And it's your responsibility to make time for your passion.
Indeed. Yes.
And tell me, in a packed world where we send everything packed, I'm very busy. What will allow us to make time?
We finding ways to do it. So it's about how you prioritize your things, how you compartmentalize things, and where do you put your which baskets you putting your eggs into,
and when are you putting it?
And when are you putting it? Exactly.
Yeah. Just imagine. It is now up to each one of us.
Yeah.
We want to do this, and our day we say is packed. So one of the things I do is I never say that my day is packed.
Yeah.
So because when I say my day is packed, then my day is packed.
Yeah.
I say I'm going to do quite a few interesting things. In fact, today we're going to do quite a few interesting things. Completed my last evening at 2 a.m. because we completed the shoot late. I kind of slept late. Woke up at 6 and we did our morning stuff. Very interesting 2 sets of interactions we did. And now we are here. We had a morning meeting with Avid Miner, the team. That happened. Now this is happening. After this, an event is happening. And then there are a couple of meetings and then evening shoot. But now consider, I have come to Chennai for a shooting.
Indeed.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And tomorrow morning, who knows? Maybe Janki will invite me for a coffee. And we may do a filter coffee somewhere. Okay, so imagine, even before I leave tomorrow, there'll be quite a few things. And imagine how in each day of our life, in the midst of our work, if we can find something bubbly for ourselves.
Yes. Yeah. And that's completely our choice, and it's our way of doing it. You can always either regret of not having done it, or you can always give it your best shot, and at the end of it, you know that you've given your best shot, right? So that's
Awesome. Awesome. In fact, what you're saying, Arun, is that there's nothing more painful than regret, right?
exactly. Yeah.
If only I did, if only I tried.
Yeah.
And the best part, I mean, that's why I'm having this conversation. So Arun and I, we, yes, Jangi, ha ha ho ho, you still haven't said yes. Of course. Okay, I got myself a coffee for tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, great. So the reason that Arun and I am having this thing is that this is a film. Can you tell them about the film?
Sure. Okay. So this is a Tamil feature film that conceptualized about 4 years back on paper.
Hey, Caesar.
And it's not like a mainstream complete commercial potboiler the Formula ones, but this was more like a semi-independent, semi-commercial sort of a feature which we wanted to work more for coming up with some interesting non-templated content.
Non-templated.
Yeah.
Content.
So that is where it brought its own risks because it's non-templated.
Got it.
And yet we wanted to make sure that the risks are covered by the way we deliver it.
As if templated things don't have risk.
Well, it is perceived not to have risk.
Exactly. Again, perception.
Absolutely.
So essentially, what I loved about the script, and I came in when you narrated the script to me, I felt it is an interesting, compelling story.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
And guess what? Since 2017, when you conceptualized it, you thought of it in 2014, 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 2017, I get associated with it. We start shooting.
End of 2017.
And 2017, we complete the shooting by 2000.
End of 2018.
End of 2000. Lot of hiccups. We complete the shooting.
Yeah.
The film ready, and then Corona and stuff has happened. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Now. So here we are. Amidst a journey.
Indeed.
So this is a person who has seen a dream, and he's gone through stuff. He owns the film. He really owns the film. He's the writer.
Yeah.
He's the conceptualizer, and he has owned the journey, owned the pits, owned the the ways when we have scaled things. And I am today meeting, you and I are meeting at a time when the film has not yet seen a release. At this point, where are you?
With respect to the film, so it's a very...
No, where are you with yourself? We know that the film hasn't released, okay?
Yeah.
Now, where are you at this point in terms of, here is somebody who is, has translated the passion and reached a point?
Sure. So I think the fulfillment is obviously when there's a larger or the en masse people take a look at it, give feedback, and from there you take different set of learnings and you continue with that. But interestingly, though we are at a stage of waiting for what is going to happen to that, but there has been definitely a lot of learnings from the journey itself.
Fantastic.
So in terms of people you've met, in terms of incidents that have happened, in terms of good things and the not so good things, so everything packs you and gets you probably ready for your next journey.
Fantastic. So for me, what is very important, Arun, here is that imagine if somebody say, but has the film released? No, the film hasn't released. But guess what? There has been a movement. There has been a journey.
Indeed.
All right. Yes. And who knows? Right now, we are in this conversation here. Who knows? Somebody can evince an interest and help us release that film. Okay? That's besides the point.
Yeah.
But what is very critical, and I really want us to get, is that the journey of the passion is very important. At least you are not living a life saying that if only I had tried to make that film.
Yeah. So I think it's not just with the film. I think in any aspect of life, there are things that you would want to do. You would probably have a timeline that you think you would achieve something in, but there are things that do not happen by that time, either because of your own reasons or external reasons, whatever it be, right? So if there is going to be sort of a giving up or a dejection, that's something that's not going to help you to funnel yourself to do the next things in life, right? And it's only going to draw you down and pull you back. So which is something that we should leave back, is what I felt. So
but to keep working on it.
Yeah, we'll wait and we'll make sure that that is taken care of.
Yeah.
But whatever has been the learnings through the journey, whatever has been the like meeting up with nicer people and getting to know the world from that aspect. So those are things that we are obviously going to put into, not just into my next film, but obviously into my everyday's routine. It can help me in several other aspects of life as well, right? So that's how I would want to look at it, and not just keep it tagged, put it like this is only with respect to this film, and whatever I've learned from here doesn't apply to anywhere else. That doesn't.
So at this point, what I will do is I'll share with you. I think we have a tiny snippet of Ado Anda Parvai Polam, and I'm going to play it out for you. Is this a trailer that you're
playing? It is a trailer, yes. It's a
all right.
2-minute trailer.
So I'll just play it out. I will just play this out, and it's in Tamil. Have a feel of it, and we'll just come back after a minute.
Yeah.
நான் இங்க வழி தெரியாம தொலைஞ்சிட்டேன். வெளிய போக ஹெல்ப் பண்ண முடியுமா?
இவன் சொல்றத வச்சு பார்த்தா அவ இன்னும் காட்டை விட்டு வெளியில வந்திருக்க முடியாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். 7 வருஷம் எல்லா அட்டெம்ப்டும் ஃபெயில். ஆனா இந்த தடவை மிஸ் ஆகக்கூடாது. உங்க பங்கு உங்களுக்கு தான்.
எக்காரணத்து கொண்டும் அவங்க கிட்ட மாட்டக்கூடாது.
நீங்க கவலைப்படாதீங்க, அவளை கண்டுபிடிச்சாரு. அவளை கொன்னுடு, இல்லைன்னா அந்த பிரச்சனை முடியாது.
உன்னை காட்டுக்குள்ள கூட்டிட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கான். காட்டுக்கு வெளியே போக இதான் வழி.
போய் சொல்றாரு.
யாரா போய் சொல்றா? நீ போய் சொல்ற, இவன் போய் சொல்றான்.
Tuka, tapi open, ave adibe rokane, opene tuka. இங்க மறுபடியும் யாரா வருவாங்களா? வெளியே போக முடியுமா? தெரியல.
நீங்களும் அவங்கள சேர்ந்தவங்க தானே?
யார சேர்ந்தவங்க?
எனக்கு தெரியும், நானும் அவங்கள சேர்ந்தவங்க தான்.
Yes. So that was the trailer.
Yeah. So it was a very, as I saw the video again, probably even I'm seeing it after a while. So a lot of good old memories, right? From talking to you for the project. I still remember it was I believe a 6 a.m. call. You were heading to an airport, and I mean you were in Mumbai, and I was just having a conversation on the phone. So I just give you the brief of the story, and then I also mentioned a very particular look of yours that we were wanting, which is there in the film right now.
Yes.
But I think at that point of time, you were still doing films with the dark hair, not the not the silver color hair of what you have right now. And so I noticed this from one of your Bangla films.
Bangladesh. In fact, that film I shot in Bangladesh.
Yeah, the Bangladesh film.
Yeah.
You had a stubble and
Grey hair.
Which nobody in India had ever seen you that way. So I wanted to give that new avatar of yours, and that's where it started. And unfortunately, or fortunately, we're still having you the same way. In fact, in fact, for IPL there was this Coke ad that started coming in where you had to maintain the grey hair because we might shoot in between and all that stuff. And exactly.
So in fact, that's the interesting part. You know how things are. So we had done a film in Bangla, and that time for something the hair was slightly gray, and I grew a stubble for it. He saw that photograph and he said, I want that same look. So I kept it for him, and this film was to be getting over in 15 days or something.
Yeah, exactly.
15 days, we had to finish it off. It continued another schedule. I said, okay, let me not color it. Let me keep the continuity. By that time, this continuity came in other films.
Yeah.
By that time, I realized I don't need to color my hair. I'm really enjoying this. I'm probably saving some money, not allowing some color company to it. But, I am really enjoying this silver thing.
But I would have been happier if people had seen that on screen first on our film, because it's a very because we want to try everything new in the film in terms of the lead actor is Amla Paul. She's never played an action role before.
Yes.
Matter of fact, in Tamil cinema, we've not seen women playing action roles. So there's a lot of fresh things that we wanted to actually do, including your look and your character as well. So we wanted to bring new nuances to the way that you do
Don't
things.
tell them
Right?
what am I doing.
I'm not saying what you're doing, but I definitely have to say you're not doing what everybody thinks you keep doing, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those are things which I'm sure, which is what the
And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, like this film has been a great point for me to meet some amazing people, including Arun, including Amla Paul. And Amla Paul, really dynamic, really the way she pushes herself. And, you know, I don't think she's ever done such an action film.
No, she's not done. Like that's what I was mentioning.
And she trained.
She trained. So what we've done is a fight style called Krav Maga. Matter of fact, Krav Maga is an Israeli martial arts. It's trained in Israel as a martial art for everybody.
And the gentleman from Chennai came down. What's his name?
A gentleman by name
Sriram.
In fact, he's done films too now. He's been an actor, and he's the head of Tamil Nadu Krav Maga Federation.
Okay.
And it's essential. Krav Maga is getting more essential in today's context and relevance because it is a lot for the safety, and it's about women being stronger and confident. In fact, I've heard Amla say, herself a few times that after she trained for Krav Maga for this film, her confidence in, kind of being in a hotel alone or, she used to say that even walking through a corridor of a hotel sometimes could be an eerie experience.
Yeah.
But having gone through some of this martial arts training,
Yeah.
does add a lot of self-confidence into women, actually. And it was very relevant in today's context of women needing to be stronger and more confident, especially with a lot of physical abuse problems happening and all that stuff. So the martial arts angle really helped, and we wanted to keep it very realistic. And I'm sure you recall we had a lot of long shots.
Yes.
We never had shots which would be cut.
Yeah, lengthy shots were there.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
we shot at some amazing locations.
Indeed. So there's
what is that? Please tell us about that.
So
remember that when it started raining suddenly in the middle of
in the middle of the shoot,
and the river flooded.
And there's so much of a challenge. So it happened in almost all the schedules, even the schedule before that you joined in. So it was so much of water that it suddenly became waist high.
Yes.
So there's one team which is caught on the other side, and there's a river flowing in between.
Yeah, so we had to reach that. So the location was such that the vehicles would be parked here, and then there would be the river, which would otherwise a dry river bed,
exactly,
or nearly dry river bed. And then it would start raining there, and we would be at least half an hour, 40 minutes inside.
Exactly.
So by the time it would start raining and we would start rushing back, I remember on the final day, if you remember, by the time we came back, the road was not there.
Exactly.
We were driving through the water.
Exactly.
And then we had packed up, and people jumped into the water, and it was a fresh water thing.
It was closer to Tirupati Hills. So it's a pretty nice,
wonderful location.
And it's very calm and serene. Of course, you wouldn't, get to anticipate a jungle which is closer to Chennai, Tirupati, and get to do some very interesting, visually enticing sequences over there.
So what is very interesting about filmmaking is that filmmaking is about telling stories. All right, we all know that, but to tell those stories, we go to great lengths. We go to great lengths. Now, somewhere for that, I think it's valid for each one of us. Each one of us in whichever profession that we are in, we each want to tell some amazing story about our life, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
So the idea here is, and that's something which inspires me, is that imagine if we can really get that story that we want to tell with our life, we'll go to any length to tell that story.
Indeed.
And any length, I also mean that cinema making can never be done alone, right?
It is a very collaborative process. And of course, but I mean, one small contrary to that is what has happened in lockdown right now is I've seen at least a lot of new videos come up on YouTube where it's still collaboration, but it's reduced, the way you need 100, 200 people on the spot. But I've seen like people just do this video conversation, video chats, which have become like a film by itself.
Sure.
Matter of fact, there's this Malayalam film called See You Soon, which came sometime back. It's all about most part of the story happening either through Skype calls or happening through that. So, and it was shot during lockdown.
Got it.
And nobody went out, and they were all at home, and or places that actors could access and all that stuff. So, which is where I find that even with the minimalistic collaboration, great stories can be told through this medium of audiovisual engagement.
Got it.
So that's the power of cinema.
Got it. And what I understand about what I love about collaboration, even if in minimalistic form, is that collaboration for me is not so much a need for me that it's like a good thing. For me, it's common sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, it's common sense because there are parts of my trade, the parts of your profession,
Correct.
which if you want to really impact wider, if you want to grow, you will notice you can't do it alone.
Sure. Yes.
And the point is that you don't need to do it alone. The point is that there are people around who can fulfill some other aspects of your life, other aspects of your profession, which you need to fulfill. And for me, that itself it allows you not to give up on your passion.
It is.
You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so you may be in whichever profession, and even in that profession, you started off with passion, but now you are seeing that missing. So this is really the time for you to really get that. Listen, the apple cart has been upset, dear friend. That apple cart which we are afraid to upset, what if I break what is going on? It is broken.
Okay.
This is truly the time. This is truly the time for us to go and do the things that we really wish to. And you know, I'm passionate about it because I'm very, very clear that each one of us really deserves that fulfillment. And nothing can fulfill us more than us going and walking towards fulfilling of our own dreams.
Absolutely.
My dreams.
Yeah. That's completely true, sir. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that we've all seen in several small things in life, and I think as we put that into practice, even to the larger things, I'm sure no goal is not achievable.
Superb.
Yeah.
I kind of so love this. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Arun. I can
Gladly,
talk
sir.
longer, but I have a event which is coming up
Sure.
in the next 20 minutes. So I'll get ready for that.
Yeah.
All of you take care of yourself. Remember, this conversation is called The Journey of Passion. A journey of passion, which I have had the pleasure of sharing Arun's life with you. I'm sure each one of you has a journey of life, journey of your passion. I want you to begin it. I want you to start taking it. Remember, don't be scared. In any case, that solid thing that say, now I will do the regular thing. The regular thing, this period has said, nothing called regular.
Yeah.
The things can go wrong. So might as well find time for your passion. Remember, you have to pay for your bills.
Yeah.
So make sure that you need to pay for your bills. Yes. So don't try to say, no, I went for my passion, therefore I couldn't pay for the bills. No. I said, pay for your bills and go for the passion. Go for the passion, because passion is something which will fill your life with happiness. All right.
Absolutely.
So, and remember, it is not just that he will not be happy once the film is released. He will be happier, but he continues to be happy because at least he's set out on that journey. I'm very clear, each one of us is continuously on a pathway to fulfill the things that we really wish to do. We are not yet fulfilled.
Yes.
We are at the path
Always
of
fulfilling. Yeah.
fulfilling.
Fulfilling. Yeah.
Fulfilling.
Totally.
So this Saturday afternoon, dear friends, this Saturday morning, wherever you are at this very moment, whatever time of the day or the date it is, keep fulfilling yourself.
Yeah.
You are the filling station. Keep releasing the passion. Keep doing whatever that is needed to fulfill that journey of passion with you. Jashim Ghazi, Satish Patan, everybody, thank you. So many of you have joined this impromptu. We're going to very soon make this into a video and put it up on YouTube. So please support me by joining my YouTube channel, Ashish Vidyarthi Official. I don't know if we can just put up a link of that. It'll be great for you to come over to my YouTube channel, Ashish Vidyarthi Official. Come and subscribe to my videos. I keep making videos which make life simple for us to understand that it is our right, it is our privilege that we can be happy. So let's go for our passion, dear friends. Thank you so very much. Have an extraordinary weekend. And thank you, Arun.
Happy to have met you, sir. Thank you so much.
Happy to have met you in life.
Yeah. Thank you.
All
sir.
right.
Yeah. Glad.
So had a wonderful breakfast also. So love to you all. Take care. Take care. Yamini, Shivram, thank you so much. Keep fulfilling. Each one of you fulfilling. Keep fulfilling. Can we all just write, I will keep fulfilling? Can we all just write in comments, I will keep fulfilling? Thank you, Purun Rathi. Can we all just write in the comments, I will keep fulfilling? I want each one of us to keep fulfilling our life, one life. Let's keep fulfilling it. All right. Lots of love. Thank you, Rishabh. Thank you so much. Bahut shukriya aap sabka. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you so very much. Keep fulfilling. Thank you, Deep Karita. Just keep writing. Akhil Chauhan. Oh, wow. Akhil is there. Right there from Dharampur. All right. Roddy. Mori village say. Akhil Chauhan. Welcome. So I met this friend, Akhil Chauhan, last month
Oh, nice. Okay.
in Dharampur, Himachal. So good to see you here. So keep fulfilling. Thank you, Pavan Mashtu. I will keep fulfilling. Thank you. Thank you. Each one of us, let us just keep fulfilling. Remember, it's our journey. Let's keep fulfilling ourselves and travel on this journey of passion. Al Shukran Bandhu, Al Shukran Zindagi. Keep fulfilling. Lots of love.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's have an amazing day ahead. Looking forward to my next session soon. Cheers. Thank you so much. And visit the YouTube channel, Ashish Vidyarthi Official. Cheers. Thank you so much. Keep fulfilling, keep fulfilling, keep fulfilling, keep fulfilling.